Hi, what are you doing?
This dark-eyed junco is flying around all over in here. He had an injured wing, his right wing he favors a little bit. It's not broken or anything, but I think he smacked a window at the university, SUU.
Right.
And a student almost stepped on him walking out of class one morning, early in the morning, and he had frost all over him. She thought he was frozen, and she warmed him up and brought him to us. And he's just active as can be in this little cage. We've got bird feeders out back.
Hey, little junco.
And lots and lots of brush for him to hide in so his wing can continue to heal. We've got food out there for him, lots of cover.
Okay.
And he's tired of being cooped up indoors.
Yeah, I don't blame him for that. Okay, let's get out here and
He says we've got lots of branches for cover and everything for him out there too, for him to hide in, and feeders and water.
hey, little junco.
These are real handy little portable
Yes.
cages. Watch out
So for whatever it's worth, we had that big snowstorm and it broke up this tree really, really badly. And this is the branches and stuff from the tree. We're just going to leave them here till spring because the songbirds love to hide in these branches for cover in the wintertime.
Yep,
And so
they do. So do you care which side to let him out on? He's gonna blast either way. He tries to blast when I reach in to feed and water him.
he'll go fast. There goes our little junco.
Okay, he still needs to exercise that wing.
Down into the brush. So
I think he still needs to exercise that wing, but we've got lots of food here and lots of cover for him.
yeah, so this is a good spot. Get him some exercise. The weather's going to be nice for the next couple of weeks at least, so he should be just fine.
Yep. We'll keep an eye out for him.
Yeah, we will. Okay. Little dark-eyed junco back to the wild.
Lots of happy little birds. And it scares them back to the safety of the branches. So I've got the little bird baths full of water. Got the branches piled up better out there. There's a huge stack in front of the tree where the little bird went to hide, and a big stack right behind that picnic bench. And lots of birds around the feeders, but if I get close, they're gonna all blast out. But I've also got a bowl of water and a food dish down on the side edge of the trees. I don't know if you can see the birds coming and going. Don't want to get too close and scare them. But the birds love all the branches and things. It gives them a lot of cover, a lot of hiding places. So they're bouncing around in there. Got the bird bath full. And then I've got, you can see little dishes down there on the ground, the back of that tree, and there's little birds running around. So I've got a bowl of food down low and a bowl of water down low, so that everybody can enjoy it. It seems to be a good place for the songbirds in the winter. They're sheltered from the weather quite a bit when they're migrating through and hanging out here.
We're back to the old Highway 91, which is again the main road from Las Vegas. Was the main road from Las Vegas through Utah.
That's looking towards Nevada. And we are still in Utah. We passed something interesting here, and I had the camera off when we passed it, so it says we got a video going back. A few things we missed on the way there.
Oh, pull up right here. This is the old mine. It's an old mine.
Those are just little
Tunnels.
holes in the rocks.
Yeah, we dug a bit.
Oh, there's one. That's cool.
Don't know what kind of mine it was. I don't know if they found anything, but that's one of the old mines in the area.
Interesting. So, yeah, I had the camera off on a few things. It's like, oh, let's catch them on our way back. Kind of a pretty little area. Okay. Another spot that I haven't seen in more than 40 years. And Mark's going to take me to go visit it. Heading back. It's Gunlock Reservoir. Oh, that's quite the turn.
Yep. It is.
So, gonna head to Gunlock Reservoir.
Yeah, and there's a little town of Gunlock as well.
I knew it was somewhere southwest of St. George, but I couldn't remember where. All of this stuff has been so long since I've traveled it. So,
It's actually northwest of St. George.
oh, northwest. Okay. Got the west part right.
You did?
So this is the Santa Clara River.
I think this is the Santa Clara River.
See a few trees. I don't know if there's any water in it. It could be pretty dry.
Yeah, they've been in a pretty bad drought, so it may be completely dry. Yeah,
Looks pretty dry.
it is.
Well, we got a few miles to go, so I will turn this off for a few minutes and we'll come back. Rain, I gotta start this. Got some interesting terrain. I thought I'd start the camera back up. Of course, we just wove through some canyons and trees and things, and now we're pulling out more into the open.
Getting closer to the reservoir.
It's a strange green building up ahead. Near the town of Gunlock or something, or
What if it's water treatment?
maybe. Oh, gray buildings. There's the strange green building.
Yeah, I bet it's water treatment.
Probably is.
Yes.
We have to come back the same way. Does this go to Enterprise then, or where?
Eventually.
Gunlock State Park.
You can see the white band above the water.
Yeah.
The top of the white band is actually the water level that it's supposed to be at.
So it's pretty low.
So yeah, it's at least 20 feet, 30 feet low.
There's water coming up here.
Now this road comes out by Central.
By Central?
Central and Enterprise.
Oh, okay. And then Demeron Valley and all of that stuff?
Yeah.
So we can do a loop back to St. George.
Or just keep going and Enterprise and go the back way back to Cedar.
Whatever you want to do. Kind of a fun tour. Sorry, I got the camera all over the place. I guess I should turn it off. I'm trying to look around too many different directions myself. So is there a city of Gunlock down here? Just ahead of us?
Yeah, it's a small town of Gunlock.
It looks like all of this sometimes is full of water too.
Oh yeah.
But not for a long time. Must be gravel mining.
Yep. Sand and gravel pit. Mules,
Oh, okay.
donkeys. Here's the Gunlock Rodeo Grounds. This is welcome to the town of Gunlock.
Oh, I missed the rock that set it on.
This is the little rodeo grounds.
Small town rodeo.
Mm-hmm.
Have a little bit of cows out there. Got a couple of little houses.
Ponies.
I'm not sure if my camera's catching stuff. I'm moving too much.
Yeah, you are.
Sorry. Anyhow, little town of Gunlock. Sorry for my bad video. Distracted. A few newer homes.
Yep.
I think there's more newer homes than older homes, but there's a few old ones. says we're in Centro.
Yeah, the town of Central.
Central.
And they call it Central because it's halfway from St. George to Enterprise.
See this side too. Nice farm ground here. And, looks like it's on both sides of the highway. And if you turn right here, there's, you can see Central and Pine Valley going straight takes us to Enterprise. So all these mountains around Central would be the Pine Valley Mountains. Some nice recreational high mountains. And the Pine Valley Mountains are pretty much the mountains between where we're at and the freeway I-15 on the other side.
Cedar City.
Yeah. So now we're heading the direction of Enterprise.
Yeah, we're going to make a little bit of a detour. Susan's been reading up on Utah history, and she wanted to visit this place. So we're going to, it's called the Mountain Meadow Massacre. So we're going to...
Reading a book by Anne Eliza Young, Brigham Young's 19th wife, and I found it totally fascinating and also very disheartening. Some of the history of Utah. Disheartening to say the least.
This is the overlook. I think you have to go back around down to the monument.
Okay. So this was the valley pretty much where they camped?
Let's go around.
You take me to the monument. I haven't been here in years. I think we brought the kids here when they were young because I was curious about it then but didn't know much about it. This book I've just recently been reading has given me so much more history. This woman kept such a journal. 1 mile?
1 mile down this dirt road.
Okay. You said that the Mormon church put up a monument down here up ahead?
Yes.
But yeah, it's a very, very dark history.
Yeah, this is one of the darkest and most evil acts in U.S. history. And so we are going down to the monument, and we can talk about it a little bit down here at the bottom.
Yep, I don't think I've been to this monument since it's been built.
No, I don't think you've been. I've been down to it. I don't think you've been. Just out wandering with the critters a lot more than you.
That's true. I spend more time at the farming shop.
Yeah.
Or the yard.
Yeah, there's the monument.
Zoom in a little bit. I see a flag up ahead. So this would have been where the wagon train was camped out.
This is where I believe the bodies were buried. I don't know that we want to, there's people out, I don't know that we want to talk too much. There's people out here,
Turn
but
this off and get out of the car for a minute.
okay.
The sign's here you can show.
Okay, yeah. There's a little sign of the massacre area. And let's walk over here and we'll talk about this a little bit.
Yep, I'm gonna come with you.
Okay. Okay. The story goes that a wagon train. Do you remember the year, Sue?
It was in September, and it was, I think, in 1857.
September 1857. There was a wagon train coming out west from Missouri, and
Missouri and Arkansas.
And the wagon train coming out from Missouri, and people would join wagon trains on the trip as the wagon train would come by, and for security and protection. It wasn't just Arkansas, and wasn't just Missouri, but there were other individuals, and by the time they got to Salt Lake City, it was quite a large group of like about 130 people on this wagon train. And because it originated in Missouri, and there was a lot of bad feelings among the Mormons in Missouri, because the Mormons got run out of Missouri, and that's a whole different story. But it was an order by the territorial governor and also the president and prophet of the Mormon Church, that no one was to give them aid, because you come into Salt Lake to resupply the wagon train for the rest of your trip to California. Well, they were refused provisions, and as they headed south, after being refused provisions, the president of the Mormon Church sent runners ahead of them, riders ahead, to tell everybody not to give them any aid or assistance. And so that's what they did. By the time they got down into Cedar City area, the wagon train was in very bad shape because they had no provisions. They were starving, their livestock was dying, and it was a really, really bad situation. It was my understanding that there was because of their starvation, they stole the wagon train people stole some grain from the grist mill in Cedar City. They put a posse together. They caught up with the people that stole the grain. There was 3 men, and those men were executed out by the iron mine in Cedar City. And in the process of doing that, the wagon train decided they needed to get out of Utah as fast as possible, and they ended up getting stopped right here. This is called Mountain Meadow, and it's this, stream and a place to get water and that kind of stuff. And the wagon train was stopped, supposedly attacked by Indians, but we found out later that it was not only Indians, but it was also members of the Mormon battalion in the Cedar City area. And when they got the wagon train stopped, they held them under siege for a very, very long time, and wouldn't let them get to the stream. Anybody that moved away from the wagon train's protection was shot. They decided they would go to that the Mormon battalion would basically give them safe passage if they left everything they owned, food, clothing, everything, firearms, and if they would leave them behind and then walk literally out this direction, heading toward Gunlock and Veo and those kinds of places. They walked the men off in one direction. They walked the women off in a different direction. Once they got them about a mile or more away from the site, they opened fire and executed every man, woman, and child, other than the very, very young children, and basically left their bodies to rot. And then someone came in and piled up the bodies and built a memorial to them. And the Mormon church would never claim responsibility for the murders. And to this day, they don't claim responsibility for the deaths and the murders. One member of the church was hung. He was the scapegoat for the whole thing. But it was very, very dark. It was very awful. And so what you see here is the American flag, and flying below the American flag is the flag of Arkansas, because that's where the wagon train came from. Is people from Arkansas, Missouri. 150 years after the fact, the Mormon church did, from what I understand, spend the money and put up this monument. Again, they don't really explain what happened or what's going on. It's just that a wagon train was attacked and all the people died. That's about as far as it went, as far as the Mormon church's explanation. It's extremely sad that that this happened, but you know, there was a lot of issues out here at that point in time with the Mormon church, and a lot of deaths, a lot of murders, a lot of executions. The president of the Mormon church got the nickname Bloody Brigham because of all the murders and executions that he was responsible for. People from Arkansas, Missouri come by and they bring flowers and things because their loved ones are buried in a mass grave here. And so the few children that survived, they finally got repatriated back to their original families. They have, for some of the people they know, and a lot of people they don't know who they are, there's headstones, you know, to recognize the dead. So it's a very, very sad place, and you know, it's as in my view, it's as devastating as Gettysburg or any of the Civil War sites. The reasons for their death was not a war. It was just awful prejudiced, greed. So anyway, we can come here and be very respectful of all of the people and the families. So, and Susan's filming as well as I am, and you know, tremendously sad. So, yeah. Yeah, you need to go get something too. So anyway, it's very, very sad what evil that ignorance and prejudice and
I'm not sure that anybody's even going to hear this sad story.
yeah,
Sad.
it is very sad, Sue. You're absolutely right. There's plastic in the car, Sue.
Okay. I'll go get something. I'll be right back.
Okay. So anyway, Susan wanted to come here. I've been here a few times just to pay my respects, but Susan's never been to the monument since it was put up a few years ago. And so she kind of wanted to look around. So I hope that helps you guys understand. You know, the West was, especially here in Utah, was a very, very violent and dangerous place. And we're grateful that it's not nearly as bad as it was then. Okay, well, back to the car. Yeah, this is our little town of Enterprise, Utah, and there's kind of an interesting little story about Enterprise that I found out many, many years ago, and that this was not the original location of Enterprise. The original location of Enterprise was 2 or 3 miles further west, and what had happened was there was again, with the Mormon pioneers settling here, there was a massacre, and I believe it was a massacre of the native people in the area. And after the massacre of the native people in the area, the town of Enterprise, which was again about 3 miles further west, was haunted, and the local people were just inundated with ghosts and being attacked by spirits and terrible things. And they contacted the leadership of the church up in Salt Lake, and some of the leadership of the church came down, and they verified that the leadership of the church verified that the ground was cursed, and that they had to move their community 3 miles to the east and set up the town of Enterprise there, and that if they move every brick, every board, you know, everything 3 miles to the east, their town would no longer be haunted. And so Enterprise ended up 3 miles east, and that's where the town sits today. So that was just a kind of an interesting little bit of Utah history as well. And right now we're heading kind of north toward the town of Burrow, Utah. And Burrow, Utah basically is a crossroads. It's nothing but an intersection, and there was a couple of houses and a mercantile. And so the houses that you see right here are just the farms, and are not considered in the town of Burrow. But about 5-6 miles to the east is the mercantile in the town of Burrow. Yeah, out here in the Burrow area, for many decades, it was potato farms. And in fact, the big Quonset hut type building right there, that's where they'd store the potatoes. And so this was all potato farms, and now the potatoes, they don't grow potatoes out here anymore. Now it's all hay. So they've changed their crops, I guess. Potatoes weren't as profitable as hay. In fact, when my son and daughter were children, they would take a field trip from Cedar City, and they'd come out here to the potato farms. And at this time of year, when they would harvest the potatoes, and they would show all the equipment, you know, how they would harvest it and all that kind of stuff. And then they'd let the kids walk through the harvested fields, and they'd give each of the kids a bag, and they could pick up all the potatoes they could carry that were still on the ground after the ground's been harvested. So yeah, free potatoes for all the school kids.
I think they enjoyed that field trip.
Yeah, it was one of their favorites.
So is this where they put the potatoes to? And
Yep,
these big buildings?
Another potato farm. But again, now it's all hay. So they don't do the potatoes anymore. In fact, what they do here is they take the hay and they dry it, and they package them in cubes. And so you buy hay cubes, is what they process out here now.
So we're nearing the Burrell Junction.
We are. Just a farming community that's out here, and this is the way the vast majority of Utah was, especially when we moved here 42 years ago. They'd have all of these little tiny towns, and a place you can buy farm equipment, usually a place you could buy a few tires, a little cafe at someplace you could get a little gasoline. And that was pretty much about it until you went to the big city, which from here it would be either Cedar City or St. George.
Yep. Camera's out of focus. I guess I can stop it. Farm fields out here.
See, it's all alfalfa. Alfalfa's been a big, huge crop. Like I said, it used to be potatoes, now it's alfalfa. We're coming to the thriving metropolis of Newcastle. And Newcastle consists of about 3 streets and a gas station with a little gas and goodie marked to it, so you can get yourself a package of cookies and your gas. That's about all they've got there. But right between the two mountain peaks is a reservoir called Newcastle Reservoir, and it's actually good fishing, and so we quite like that.
So you go through the town of Newcastle, and then you can get up to the reservoir.
Yep.
Some little orchards. Shrink this out.
Again, Utah was, especially southern Utah, was just filled with little tiny communities like this, and it was a really nice place. But more and more, it's getting heavily developed and
freshly mowed
urbanized.
alfalfa.
Yep.
Baling that up here real soon. And back up into the hills that divide us from Cedar City.
Yeah, the other side of this mountain is Cedar City and Enoch. Just go up over the pass. And we're going. And Cody's helping.
Cody's helping. All you can see is his backside.
That's his best side.
That's your best side, Cody. Hello.
Hello, good morning. I'm Martin Tyner with the Southwest Wildlife Foundation and my beautiful wife Susan. And we haven't done a box opening video for a while, so we thought we'd do a little box opening video and thank a bunch of people for their kindnesses and maybe bring you up to speed a little bit on what's going on.
Okay.
And so go ahead,
Give me
Sue.
to start?
Sure.
I'm going to read some names from Rodent Pro. We've had lots and lots of donors this year. And Felony the cat and his owner, or his person who takes care of him, Iris, they've sent us several boxes of frozen rats and quail and mice and things to feed the critters. And Felony loves to watch our channel on YouTube.
Felony has done a tremendous job of keeping our freezers full of frozen rats, mice, and quail to feed the animals. So thank you so much for your donations of food for the animals.
And there's many others of you that have done so much. Connie, who lives in Page, Arizona, she has helped fill our freezers too. Thank you so much, Connie.
Thank you, Connie.
Renee, and I'm not good with last names, so I'm skipping a lot of these, but Renee S., thank you. Robert Millen and Diana D. and DG, Sam Kaufman, Janet Roberts, and Kristen Day, and I'm sure there's others. I hope I didn't miss any recently, but all of you have helped keep our freezer free, and names that we've mentioned earlier in the year. We appreciate all of you. There's so many of you that have helped us.
It's because of your kindness that we've been able to maintain a very constant food source for the animals that we rescue. So thank you so very, very much. We appreciate it.
And then there are some of you that give gifts like what we've got opening today, and sometimes we don't get names for them. And we would just want to thank you too for those that we don't know who sent them. We really appreciate you. And for everybody who has sent us a gift or wants or would like a calendar, even if you haven't sent a gift, we've got our new calendars out. Let me show you a little closer look. We've got Belle on the front.
That's beautiful Belle out chasing rabbits with me.
Yeah. And if anybody would like a calendar and you're not sure if we have your address, please pop me an email, susan@gowildlife.org, and I'd be more than happy to make sure you get one. We really appreciate y'all. Okay, more.
More gifts. That one. Watch your nose.
Go find your toy.
Okay. And we've got notes, which is nice. There you go. Let's see what this is.
Okay. It says, "Hi, Martin and Susan. Merry Christmas. Early. Hope you're both well. I hope this fits your microphone." Well, that's a huge one. I thought that was a dog toy. It's so big.
Yeah, no, that's...
Let me know if not, and we'll get the one that does from Alan and Jennifer Sturm.
Thank you, Alan and Jennifer. That's very, very kind of you.
Wow.
And so, yeah, that's actually the mic. The mic we use is on the cell phone. And it's about that big, so it's a little tiny cell phone one. And so this is a little bit big, but you know.
Let's see what we can do, or maybe it'll fit one of the bigger cameras. But yeah.
Well, there are other microphones we use for programs and stuff that would fit.
We will check and see what works.
Absolutely. So
Thanks,
thank you
Alan
so
and
much.
Jennifer, and save the bag and everything, and
Yes.
put the notes with it so I can talk to them. I've got their email.
Yes.
Thank you. And I'm going to open this. This has come a while ago, and see if I can find a note that goes with it. Frequently there is, but I miss things. This is
Hummingbird.
from Donna D. Thank you, Donna. I love these little metal birds. We'll find that a pretty place to hang it up because I love to see them.
Yeah,
I guess it can hang any way you want to put it in a tree, but I've got mine hanging in the house here.
Yeah, it's actually metal sculpture, laser cut. They're very, very beautiful. And Donna, thank you very much for the gift. We love all of this fun stuff.
It is beautiful. We love it so much. Thank you, Donna.
And Cody, you're being a pest.
He wants to go play with Donna.
He wants to go play with Donna.
She would love to have him.
He wants to go play with anybody that'll play with you.
But he can't leave us. Okay, open.
Okay.
And this is from, it says, Chris, Glenn, Eagle.
Okay.
It's a beautiful sunny day outside, but it hasn't reached 40 degrees yet, so I said I'm staying inside for now
Yeah, still in the upper 30s.
until it warms up more. I saw a note, but there's more than a note. I'm gonna pull the note out,
Okay.
and you can kind of look at this stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Dear Mr. and Mrs. Tyner, here's a good knife for your critter meat processing needs.
Oh my goodness.
The added strap should help keeping it razor sharp. Watching a couple of your YouTube videos, I noticed you struggling with too small and too dull of a knife. Martin, this Benchmade is a skinning and meat carving wonder. Thanks
That's
for all your
beautiful.
hard work and devotion to the animals. Chris Glen Eagle.
Thank you, Chris. That I don't even know what to say. That is absolutely beautiful. It's amazing. Beautiful sheath for it.
You can tie that on
keep
your
it in.
belt.
Yeah, it'll go on the belt. I can
For hunting, but not for every day.
yeah, for going out
Put that note with it. So I can
hunting
just
rabbits
place it.
with Belle. And this is sharpening strap. This is amazing. Okay. This is what they call this is what they call a razor strap, Sue.
Feels smooth, but that sharpens a knife?
Yeah,
Keeps it sharp?
basically this helps keep your knife nice and razor sharp, and it's got some little oil on it to keep it from wearing out. You know, I've seen these, and I've always wondered. I've either used a stone, or I've used just the little cheapy knife sharpeners you get at the hardware store, and have never actually used one of these, and this is exciting. Thank you. I've got lots of knives. I don't know if you noticed that my little pocket knife here that I use is having hard times cutting open the boxes.
That's pretty bad.
So that's in desperate need of being sharpened as well. And so thank you so
keep all of that
much.
together, so
My gosh, that's beautiful. Wow, thank you.
thank you.
So very kind.
Was it Chris or Glenn
It was
or both?
Chris and
Chris Glenn.
Chris Glen Eagle.
Thank
And-
you. In
and
fact, why don't
so-
you hand me all these things so that I can sit back and,
Let me get this put back in the box so I don't lose anything.
oh yes. Cody's trying to help.
Yes, Cody's trying to help desperately.
Huh.
He is always help. Just having to figure out what he's helping for. Huh, Cody? Ah, that's amazing. There you go, sweetie.
Okay, now you can have this one. I think it's heavy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna throw it at you because it's heavy.
In fact, can I tell you guys a little story? I mean, this is just a little personal story. Would you go in the cabinet and bring the little dark blue box out?
Yeah.
While I'm thinking of
He likes
knives?
to share his little treasures.
I do. You know, treasures like this that are so important to me, gifts like this mean the world. And I, the other cabinet, Sue, the other cabinet, the little flat box. There should be a little flat box in there with my knife collection in it.
Oh, it's probably in here. I just have so much stuff. We have too much junk in here. It's not on this side. Not a blue box, is it in a just
It's a
plain
black
blue
box, blackish, very dark. Should be just sitting right. Okay, let me peek, sweetie.
I
Real
don't
quick.
see a black box in here.
Take less than 2 seconds to find it.
We'll see how fast Martin
Let's
can find
see.
it. I have my doubts.
Okay,
I couldn't follow. Well, you told me the other side.
I did because I thought it was on the other side, but it's on this side.
That's why I couldn't find it.
Yes, there we go. Okay. since we're
Talking about knives?
talking about knives, and that's a beautiful, beautiful knife, and I will be honored to use it. It means a great deal. But I've been given a couple of different knives as gifts. That this was given to me by a Navajo gentleman that came to one of my programs, and after the program was over, I had my eagle with me, and after my program was over, he asked if there was a possibility that he could bring his family up and do a pollen blessing for his family with my eagle. And I said, of course, I'd be honored with that to do that. And so he brought his family up, and they did this wonderful, very, very precious and spiritual blessing with his family. And then I went back the next day because it was a 2-day event that I was at, and the gentleman came back and handed this to me, and this is a knife that he had made, and so this is too precious to go out and skin rabbits with. So I have kind of kept this in my little curio cabinet as a reminder of his kindness and generosity. So that was kind of neat. And this is another knife that I have.
Watch out, Cody.
And again, doing one of my wildlife programs over in the Panaca, Nevada area, I had a gentleman come up to me and ask that he would like to show me what he does and kind of come to his home. And so after the program, I went to his home in a very tiny, tiny little town, and I didn't know who this gentleman was, but this is a gentleman. His name is it's drew a blank.
Devin?
Devin Thomas.
Can't believe I remember.
Yes, and he custom makes knives, but he makes the steel called Damascus steel. And so basically while I was there, he made this for me while I was standing there, and basically a couple of his friends came out, and we got to visit, and he asked me to go show his friends my eagle. So we went out to the car, and I showed him my eagle, and his friends says, "Is Devin making you a knife?" And I says, "Well, he's making a knife, but I don't think it's for me." And then they says, "Well, you need to understand that Devin only makes very few knives anymore. He makes the steel for custom knife builders, but he doesn't make the knives. And if he's making a knife, he only makes knives for people that he respects and admires their work. And so if he gives you a knife, you need to really understand what it means." And so after he handmade this one for me, and wrapped it up with parachute cord for a handle, and he says, "Here, this is a knife you can go gut rabbits with."
It probably would cut them.
Oh yeah, it would gut rabbits beautifully. But no, this is very special that he made it for me while I was standing right there and teaching me about his skill.
Get it up close
and so
show him.
we were able to kind of share. My skill with wildlife and his skill.
Yeah, it shows up beautifully. The light shines on it.
Yeah, and it's really an amazing piece of artwork. Even though the handle is nothing but cord, but nevertheless, I'm not going to go gut rabbits with this. This is not a knife to do that with. So I keep it as again a special remembrance of a kindness. And
that's pretty awesome.
So we've received so many gifts from all of you out there. It's just my house is full of wood burnings and paintings and macrames and
handmade cards and drawings.
And so I just
all kinds of nice things.
Really wanted to say thank you to all of you for your kindness and generosity, that you care about us and the work we do, and it really has meant the world to me. Anyway, back to our box opening. Sorry for my little rant.
Hey, we didn't have a whole lot to open, but
yes,
this video's lasting longer than I expected.
I just finished off a case of these. I'm very excited to see we got some more. These are the 50-gallon size commercial grade trash bags.
Thank you.
Thank you so very, very much. You know, we use a lot of these, and so thank you. Like I said, I just finished off a case, so I'm very grateful that you got this to us. We can certainly use them. And then a special gift from our...
It says from DG's mom.
From DG's mom, from our friends down in Arizona.
Dorothy.
Yes, Dorothy is so wonderful. And again, something we use a lot of. Paper towels.
And there's
two cases
full cases of those. Thank you, Dorothy.
Paper towels. So thank you so much, Dorothy. It really means a great deal to us.
I'm glad Martin noticed your name on the box. I hadn't noticed that.
Yes,
so.
there was no receipt, but I saw the name on the box. So we can give credit where credit is due. And so we've got two cases of toilet paper, or paper towels. And
for baby birds, it's toilet paper.
yeah, for baby birds, it's toilet paper. But some of the bigger ones is paper towels. So.
Yes.
So we use a lot. So thank you so very, very much. And
this is one of my gifts. You go ahead.
It's December. It is
today's the 12th.
It is our birthday month. Today is the 12th, and we've received quite a few. Cody, keep your nose out.
Cody just ate one of his presents.
Yeah, Cody ate his present. He had a cookie that someone just sent him. And so we've been opening gifts, and I apologize that we didn't get them on video quite as well as we would have liked to have.
So let's start a review.
Yeah, we're going to start over again. So
it's not going to be in the same order as we started, but
nope,
it doesn't matter. At least you'll get to see.
Okay, this is from Donna. This is one of our dear friends, and this is a Cooper's hawk. It's a steel sculpture, and Donna, we're very grateful how kind you are to have sent these. She sent us a few other steel sculpture birds as well.
And this says, "Happy birthday, Martin. I hope you like it, Donna."
It is. It's a beautiful little Cooper's hawk. And so that's a Cooper's hawk. And she also sent us a bald eagle. And so here's a bald eagle, again, steel sculpture. And she sent us roadrunners, and she sent us a peregrine falcon and hummingbirds and all sorts of these in these steel sculptures. They're very beautiful.
I've got all the first ones all hanging in the house, but I think these are going to have to go out in the trees around the birds outside. Yes. It says, "Martin, this is my final metal bird, I promise. However, you know, you can't believe a thing I say. Just ask Susan." Dee Dee.
Okay. Well, thank you, Dee Dee.
Donna.
Yes, Donna,
okay.
We appreciate it.
I can confuse him. I confuse everybody. And, wait, let me show you this. This big scarf I'm wearing indoors. I don't need to be wearing it indoors. But this is also from Donna. It's beautiful. It's hand woven. Friendships, life, lessons, and our own lives as we weave them as we go. And thank you, Donna. It's beautiful.
And we've got gifts from Jessica.
Oh, yes. We opened a box of goodies from Jessica. The box was damaged, but it looked like all the gifts inside were wrapped up fine and undamaged.
Yes.
In fact, this is one of the gifts. Beautiful Christmas ornament.
And while we're talking about Christmas ornaments, let me show you this. Bring this down for everybody to see. This is when Susan and I were first married, our very first Christmas together. My parents gave me a metal Christmas ornament, little boy and girl. Little girl's holding mistletoe over the boy's head. And so this is our first Christmas ornament that we received as husband and wife. And so it's been a very special tradition for Susan and I as the Christmas tree gets decorated, and our grandkids love to come over and decorate the tree. So we set it up and they decorate the tree for us. And so that's all their handiesque.
And I always looked for the mistletoe whenever we dated and we're married. So yes. I love those kisses.
So this is, Susan and I always save this for her and I to hang it on the tree ourselves, and no one else, because that's a very special ornament for us. So this ornament and then several others, you can go ahead and show them. These are coasters.
Do I need to open up the light? I guess they can see us okay.
Yeah, these are coasters, and these are bald eagle coasters.
They're beautiful.
I can actually see what I'm doing with it turned this way. And please let us know if the video quality isn't good. We've got it set up so on selfie. And so shooting the other way, you get better quality, but it
wasn't happening.
It wasn't working properly, so we've got it set on selfie. So anyway, a couple of coasters, bald eagles. So that's very, very sweet and very cool. And
her note says, thank you for all you do for planet Earth. Here's some treats to show my thanks. Hope you have a joyous holiday season. Sincerely, Jessica.
yes.
This is gorgeous.
And this is really an amazing gift. This is hand painted by Jessica.
It looks like watercolor.
It does look like watercolor, and it's a beautiful eagle feather, or not an eagle feather, but a feather. And so, Jessica, thank you so much, and we will get this framed and hang this up in our office. I think that's the best place to put it. It's absolutely beautiful. So thank you so very much, Jessica.
Thank you.
For the goodies.
So, oh, and then this is what else she sent. I almost forgot. I was going to say there was more in the box than that. So we got this cranberry bird bell.
Yes.
It was wrapped up cute too. All of these were individually wrapped. And the apple cider. Spiced apple cider. Mulled spice cider.
That is so wonderful in the wintertime when it's cold.
One of Martin's favorites.
It's one of my favorites, yes. So thank you so very, very much. That's very kind of you. And now...
when we just figured out the camera wasn't working because we went to check to see if Cody was in it, is when we discovered we were working on the gifts for him. And he just ate his first gift, so you missed it. It was a big, beautiful, individually wrapped biscuit, and his nose was glued to it the minute we pulled it out of the box.
Yeah. Cody was very grateful for his goodie.
I'm going to open the card.
Okay.
It looks like these are Cody toys.
It does.
Beautiful bald eagle on the card. And let's see. This says, Dear Martin and Susan, early Christmas presents for you, the birds, and of course Cody. I hope he can leave the biscuit or have the biscuit. You never know with a pet's allergies. He enjoyed it. He ate it.
He loved his biscuit.
We had to start it over, but at least
it took
us a minute to figure out and restart these things.
Yeah, in that minute that it took us to get things functioning properly, the biscuit was gone.
Oh, yeah.
So he loved his biscuit.
Yes, he can have it.
These are so beautiful. I know she sent us ones in the past, and we have them in our curio cabinet in a place of honor.
But these are each personalized pictures. Yeah.
These are my birds. We have bald eagle. We have the Harris hawk, prairie falcon, and my golden eagle bud, my first golden eagle, and a juvenile saw-whet owl. And so those are little.
And she makes some
beautiful
framing and everything that goes with it. And she's done some beautiful, beautiful handwork.
We'll have to add these to the rest of the collection that we've got that you sent us. So that is just gorgeous. Thank you.
And the rest of the note says, you can show this while I read the rest of the note.
Okay.
Have fun with the flyer, Cody.
Oh boy.
It's a Nerf flyer.
Cody is a Frisbee
and the
fanatic.
Ornaments for the Christmas tree. You can also display year-round. Friends of mine went canoeing in Adirond. Is that like Alaska somewhere? Probably. Adirondacks. And have come upon that magnificent eagle. Mm-hmm. Okay. A fantastic picture. So in the card, I wish you a very happy holiday and a good coming year. Truly, Anita Wallen. Mm-hmm. So her friends took this picture. She made the card out of.
That's beautiful.
So she hand makes so many wonderful gifts. There's more in here.
Yep.
And a donation. Thank you so much also for the donation, Anita.
And mealworms for our bird feeders.
Cool.
So the birds will love that. Thank you so very much. Did you grab my water cup, sweetie?
Yep.
Got a little scratch in my throat.
I'll get you mine. Yours is almost empty.
Yeah.
Is that enough? You can go top it off while I show a couple things Donna gave me.
Sure.
So, she gave me, as well as this beautiful scarf. You have to read this. I hope you can read it. It looks like it's backwards because we're doing selfies, but who knows? It says, you don't have to be crazy to be my friend. I'll train you. And she knows me perfectly. I'm already crazy. We can teach each other new craziness, Donna. At our grooming shop, we have a little sign similar to that. It says, you don't have to be crazy to work here. We'll train you. And it's like, yep, pretty much us. And talking about the grooming shop, it says, beware of wiggle butts because they wiggle while we groom them. And it's hard to do a dancing wiggly dog. But we still love dogs and we still groom them. So thank you, Donna. These are really cool. I love them.
Okay. You got another box over there?
And I love the scarf. I'm going to take it off now, though, because it's a little bit warm for in the house. Yeah, let me move some of these things. Here's a box.
Well, you get that one. I'll get. Oh, okay. You got
Or
it,
you can do a big one if you want.
You think it's for you?
He says it might be. The last one you opened had a biscuit right on top.
Yeah. And a toy and a frisbee for you.
Let's see. It says where this one came from. I can tell you who's it is.
This is
That's another
Donna.
one for me. It's an early birthday present. My birthday's not till next week. Martin's was last week. It says, happy birthday, love, Donna. Wrapped up, really awesome. She told me things were coming. That's why I had to look at who it was from. Is my nail sharp? Well, almost as sharp as your knife. I got it.
Mug.
This is cute. Hold it up. I think there's something let's see. It is absolutely beautiful. Best friends mug and red giving heart. This is a beautiful mug. Best friends. Your best friend knows everything about you and loves you all the more. We've shared a lot, and I haven't met you yet, Donna, but I hope to meet you in the near future. But yeah, we've become close friends. Love you. Thank you.
Hey. Tender's dog grooming.
Looks wrapped.
It is wrapped.
Oh, it says what it is right on top. You can show everybody the box. Merry Christmas. I hope you like the chocolates.
2 boxes of chocolates.
Yeah, we got to keep those away from Cody. Those are not for you.
No, they are not.
And the note to go with them. I believe this is from Joanne. Yep, this is from Joanne. Thank you. She said they were coming.
Pads to put at the bottoms of the kennels when we transport the injured birds.
These are the nice big ones
Nice
that fit your
ones.
big eagle
Yeah,
kennels.
so that's wonderful. And 2 boxes of envelopes.
These are the big envelopes we're sending our calendars out in.
Yes.
Thank you, Joanne. I think we have enough for next year now, too.
So,
We're doing good.
so we're doing
Awesome.
great.
Thank you. We've got a few more left, but we got just about all of this year's mailed out. If you haven't got yours yet, they will be coming soon. Just pop us an email if you'd like a calendar. Dear Martin and Susan, thank you for the beautiful calendar. I'll pass it along to my mom. She'll love the pictures. Hope you and your family and friends had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We did. We did. We will be heading for Hawaii in about 2 weeks and went back to California until April. So I decided to ship these items before I left. Encloses my check to use as you need. Have a Merry Christmas and a happy, prosperous New Year. Stay safe and healthy. We are, Joanne. We wear our masks whenever we go out. Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
You are so sweet. I hope you have a wonderful vacation. Sounds like a fun one.
That's the.
No, go ahead and do that big one. Oh, or we can do these. You want to do these?
Let's do those.
We got the little ones. Let me move the chocolates aside, and we got to make sure we.
Keep that away from you.
I'll put it in the chair. Cody will leave it alone while we're here.
Yeah, you don't get chocolates. That's bad for you. Bad for us too,
Okay.
but that's okay. You
And
like it.
this, I don't know if we need to open it or not.
Probably not.
I think we know what it is.
It is. It's paper towels.
This is, because I remember it said, this is from DG's mom. So it's a whole nother case of paper towels.
We've got 2 of them.
Yep, we got 2 boxes just like this. Thank you, Dorothy. We really appreciate your gifts.
Yes.
We're well stocked on paper towels now, too.
Yeah, I think we've got plenty of paper towels to get us through for quite a long time.
Yep, we're not using
So-
as many right now with the baby season gone. During the baby bird season, we go through tons.
Yes,
But we've got a little pause right now. Thank goodness.
but thank you. You've got us all
Thank
stocked
you.
up.
Yes, we'll be ready for spring.
a whole case.
A whole big case of toilet paper.
Toilet paper.
Oh, that's incredible.
So that's always useful. Thank you.
Single roll bath tissue. Yes, we can definitely use that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, this is from, you remember?
This is from Joanne also. She
yeah.
sent us the chocolates and the other box, and this box with more stuff for critters.
Wiper blades for the Subaru.
You need some new ones? Probably do.
They
should get replaced.
They're about 2 years old, so yeah.
They should get replaced every year. No, wait. Yeah, we got it in January of 2020, didn't we?
Yes.
So yeah, okay.
They're 2 years old, so yeah, we could use more.
Yep.
So thank you.
Them. Thank you so much, Joanne.
And some more of the pads. And we've got...
Maybe that's because when I took pictures driving down the car, the window was dirty. And she noticed. We just got to clean our windows.
So anyway, we've got 5 more packages of these pads. This will keep us going for quite a while.
Yep, and that, like it says, that's
Thank
great in
you.
your big hawk boxes and eagle boxes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
The smaller boxes use the smaller wee pads, but for transporting the eagles and the big hawks, these are what we use. So thank you so much. Is that everything, sweetie?
Yep. Sorry, the first half of the reel didn't get done, but I think we recovered everything. Maybe saved a little bit of time. So we appreciate you all so much, and really love and appreciate the kindness you show us.
Yes, it's...
Hope you all have a very Merry Christmas.
Absolutely, and just a tremendously wonderful holiday season. We're looking forward to the new year. We're looking forward to news about. Would you grab the picture of the building?
Oh yeah. There's a picture of this included in our calendar that we're sending out.
Okay, this is our new Raptor Rescue facility that we're building.
Let me see if I can get it closer because it's got a glare.
The building has, the Eagle Flight Chamber portion of the building has been ordered, and we've made the down payment for it, and we're working with the contractors, we're working with the engineers. I'm hoping that we will start construction of this facility by April, May of next year. So
that's when the building's expected to be delivered.
Yes. So we're very excited, and because of all of you guys and your kindness and generosity, we will have one of very, very few Eagle flight chambers in all of North America. So stay in touch. We're going along, getting the new facilities built. So anyway, just thank you. Have a tremendous holiday season. Thank you for Cody. He had his biscuit. He is quite content.
Now he's cuddled up with his toy that he's had for a while. Some of his toys don't last, and some last quite a while.
Yes. And we hope to talk to you guys again soon.
Thank you for the birthday and Christmas gifts and all the gifts for the critters.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, this is the Volunteer Critter Web Geek here, and I'm finishing up the edit on this Mongo long video here, 1:14, just kind of chilling with Susan and Martin. And I thought, well, why not make it more long and even more boring? I have got a package. This is from, see, oh, right there, you see, Tyner. That's this old guy I met on the internet, and I went to his house. I went down into his basement that was already covered with the walls were all covered with bird shit. And in return, I got this box. You know, and as a 20-some year web person, I would advise against that, but, you know, you never know. Sometimes things aren't quite what they seem. So let's see what we got here. I thought it's kind of like turning the tables. Oh, by the way, this is Oscar, and I'm really glad that when Scout was here, he did not eat Oscar. All right, we got a photo. This is the Tyner grooming for their group shot that they send out to their peeps. And as I said, they always say it's all about the critters. Look at this. Guess what, Oscar? This is for you. What do you think? We got toys. We got toys. We got toys. We got more toys. We got more toys. Whoa, and we got eats. We got crunchy biscuits. All right, we'll give it a little. Oscar, you want to do a little taste test? Let's see. This probably has an easier way to open. Don't worry, I'm the editor. I'll edit this part out. Or maybe I won't. This is when I really edit. Okay. Oh, the little hearts. The test. Well, he's a little out of his element. I mean, I just covered him in toys and he's sitting on my desk. All right, we're gonna turn the camera around to everybody and then we'll dole these out. Hold that thought. All right, let's see how this goes. Sortio. And now the cookies. Oh yeah, that's a different story. And the cookie. And the cookie. And the cookie. And the cookie. Hey, wait a minute. I think you already were in mine. This could go on all night. We're missing. Come here, Niska. Wait, Niska, come. Niska, get it. One more. There he is. All right. That's 5. That's all. We got a toy for each one. Laters.